showdown marks the halfway point of the 2011 Major League Soccer season as we are here at the Home Depot Center in Carson, California, as Chivas USA tries to make it 2 for 2 against the San Jose Earthquakes. And with that win, they tie San Jose in points and catch them in the Western Conference standings. Hello and welcome everybody. Alan Hopkins alongside Hall of Famer Eric Ronaldo, and clearly we've reached the halfway point of the MLS season, and for both teams a win would really be what they're looking for to head into the second half with.
You got to win your home games. That is the big thing, especially for Chivas USA. They've struggled at times. I think this is a team that's starting to figure it out. They figured out on how to keep the ball out of the back of the net at times, but they got to start finding the back of the net on a regular basis to start getting those wins.
I tell you what, Chivas USA have found their starting goalkeeper this year in Dan Kennedy.
Dan Kennedy, for me, my big question is where would they be without him? It's been absolutely phenomenal. He's taken over for Zach Thornton, and that's a tough task to say the least. But you look at that goal against average, that's a little bit high for him. And I'll tell you what, it could have been a lot worse. This team could be really starving for points. I think he saved them a few times.
He was outstanding in their 1-1 draw with the Chicago Fire. On the other side, a player that had another great game last round was Steven Linhart.
Now, this is a great pickup for San Jose. He had a tough start of the season, battling with an injury and some personal tragedy, but with only 10 games under his belt and 5 goals, that's pretty impressive to me.
He's been as hot as any goal scorer in Major League Soccer here at the halfway point of the season. When we come back, the starting 11 for both teams and the first half kickoff. Chivas USA, San Jose, next.
LaRocca hides in behind, gets possession, looking for Braun. Plays Braun. Second touch, not strong enough. Again, Johnson is there. Wondolowski had to bounce up to him for a moment.
Get it out wide.
Gavin. That was a tough ball. He was trying to play it first time out wide.
The frustration is building with Simon Elliott. He's made a lot of good passes, and a lot of those plays really haven't unfolded the way he would have liked.
As frustrated I've seen Simon Elliott this season in terms of what's happening off the ball in front of him. Here we go. Braun. Zemansky, touch and hit. Has a good goal! And it's been Zemansky! Big time goal! 1-0. Chivas USA, 64th minute. A goosebump providing goal by Ben Zemansky for a desperate Chivas USA team. 84th minute, Zemansky, the little flick. They work the 1-2. Braun's in behind. Hernandez, though, shoulder to shoulder. Braun keeps it in.
Smart with the ball now.
Hernandez, strong. Braun found it for a moment. There's Corrales. Tough touch. LaBroca took it away. Forces to give away. Here's LaHood. Strong second half by the Wake Forest man. Great ball to LaBroca! 2-0! That should do it! Nick LaBroca has done it again. 5 goals in his career. Heading into this season, he has 5 in 2011. That one should be good for all 3 points here in Carson.
Well,
A picture-perfect day in Rochester, New York for the 2011 WPS Championship game presented by Citi. West New York Flash taking on the Philadelphia Independence. Welcome everybody to the WPS Championship game presented by Citi on FSN. Alan Hopkins alongside Jen Hildreth. So glad you could join us, and we couldn't ask for anything more in this championship game. And we begin with the West New York Flash, who have 2 of the better players in the entire world in Marta and Christine Sinclair.
We only talk about league MVP candidates in this open here. That's the luxury we have. We'll start with Marta, the player who won it the previous 2 years and who has come on down the stretch for Western New York. 5 goals in the last 3 matches. She's really heating up. Meanwhile, Christine Sinclair, I think, has been the most consistent player in the league this season. Tied for the lead in scoring with 10 goals with her teammate Marta. She can do it all for Western New York, and she usually does.
And for the Philadelphia Independents, their MVP, Veronica Bocchetti.
Well, she won an awful lot of votes as the season went on because she was simply clutch for Philadelphia. They wouldn't be here without her, no question about that. She finds a way to score goals when nobody else is able to, and you can bet she is the playmaker Philadelphia will be looking for in this match today.
Going up against her former coach in the championship game, another interesting storyline. When we come back, starting lineups and the kickoff for the 2011 WPS Championship game presented by Citi on FSN. Stay with us.
For what it's worth, Sink got my vote as well. DiMartino, Allie Riley read that play, able to win it back. The New Zealand international has been outstanding. Tasha Khan playing with that concussion. So she says, suffered in that first half. Good ball, Sinclair! Oh! Christine Sinclair with the first goal of the 2011 WPS Championship game.
And Jen, credit to you. You said Sinclair has to get involved. Well, I can't think of a better way than scoring in the championship game.
Riley able to get it away again. McNeil now stationed up front full time. Adams! Oh, it takes a Kim! Rodriguez! And we're tied at 187th minute! Silence around Salem Stadium as the Independents get one at the end to tie us at 1. Barnhart didn't come off her line, and Kid McNeil waited and waited. Miscommunication there, and a chance for the flash. McNeil shaking her head, wondering where Barnhart was, and I have to agree.
I think she's got a fair case right there. And I think Barnhart not 100% either.
Great point. 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added on here. Marta, do we have a late winner? Sanderson, judged to have touched it last. Second consecutive corner for the Flash. The nerves are frayed. It all comes down to this. McCall Zerboni, the header! Oh, what a save by Barnhart! Are you kidding me?
Wow, if this doesn't fire you up as a player, when your goalkeeper comes up for you to make a save like this, that ball is going in and she barely gets her fingertips to it.
Third consecutive corner. The Independents weathering the storm. Trying to get to penalties at this point. Barnhart with the save of the championship. Vero dancing not once but twice. Onside, Del Rio off her head. Del Rio still alive to Rodriguez. Oh, the game winner just wide. My oh my. 7 for 7 in penalty kicks. League MVP, Vero. Oh, for all. No one has blinked for Philadelphia. So now, Yale Averbush, the 5th penalty kick taker for Western New York, a late substitution, walks to the penalty spot.
Averbush won a championship with Sky Blue FC in 2009, trying to get her new team, the Flash, a championship in 2011.
Averbush, Barnhart. Averbush, wrong foots Barnhart. 5 for 5, West New York lead 5-4, and now it's up to Laura Del Rio to send us into extra penalty kicks. No one has missed yet. No one has blinked. 9 for 9. Laura Del Rio. It does not get any bigger than this. The Flash playing at home here at Salem Stadium. The fans on their feet. Laura Del Rio. Del Rio! Harris makes the save! Harris makes the save! And the Flash are the 2011 WPS champions. Exactly what I talked about at the Open. Taking advantage of a team that is really, even though the standings show they're in the mix of the East, this is a team that has not hit their stride this year. And great ball in behind by Elliott. Look at Braun. That's a classic Justin Braun hustle play. And Nick LaBroca, who's been scoring as of late. Great little side foot finish. Just like that. Chivas USA continue to be a great road team. Had the lead early on here. I think Kennedy gets a piece of this end to end here. Wants the Chivas side of the drama unfolding off the inside of the quick goal. Tremendous flick, hint of offside. Great little save by Kennedy. Remember, James still off, as you can see, the crew playing with 10. 9 field players as James gets treated for the blood, and boy, Mendoza would have had his second goal of the night.
Glad you're along with us here on Father's Day weekend. Christian Miles alongside Alan Hopkins. And Alan, we look at this one. Last season, FC Dallas getting the better of Chivas USA, but a very important match tonight.
The most important match of the season. We showed you the standings at the very top, and the difference between 3 points tonight for FC Dallas and for Chivas USA is this: the home team could go double digits behind the second best team in the West, or cut the deficit to 5 points, very much signaling they're going to be in the hunt for a postseason berth this year.
All right, let's take a look at the integral and individual players that could play massive roles tonight. First off, for Chivas USA, former FC Dallas defender Heath Pierce, perhaps a score to settle.
I tell you what, more than that, he's had this game circled since the schedule came out. Last year, he helped FC Dallas get all the way to the MLS Cup final, but he got an injury, fell out of favor with the coaching staff, then apparently forced his way to Chivas USA, and it's been a very successful landing. He's been outstanding. He's wearing the captain's armband tonight. Clearly, head coach Robin Fraser pressing all the buttons for a team that needs a little something to go their way.
Pierce has played every single minute this season, and while he's been Iron Man, Rex Shea has been Superman for FC Dallas.
And he's also been everything for this team. He's played in the back, he's played in the front, he's scoring all the big goals for a team that's quietly put together a very good season. 1 defeat in their last 10, second place in the conference. They've been outstanding. He's been a big reason why.
It's all about doing what you do best. He's running off the ball. He's making it difficult to be marked. Stretching. The 3rd time he scored tonight with a single touch. That means he's doing his work early. That means he's prepared. He's anticipating. And he's been efficient tonight. What a game. Second career hat trick, and he gets to come off to some love here. What a night. And another, perhaps, MLS Player of the Week performance for Justin Braun.
Christian Miles alongside Alan Hopkins. We hope you're surviving Carmageddon weekend. And for those brave fans that have come out and our viewers, Alan, they are in for a very special treat tonight.
Anytime New York and LA get together in sports is always very special. And for Chivas USA, a season sweep would be very special. 6 points out of 6 would really jumpstart the playoff push.
All right, let's take a look at some key individual performers tonight. We start with Chivas USA. Nick LaBroca, Alan. This guy can do no wrong.
He is playing as well as any player in the league. Don't be surprised if he's named by Hans Baca, New York head coach, as an MLS All-Star, a career high in goals. He scored the 10,000th goal in MLS history last Saturday in that 1-1 draw with Sporting Kansas City, a career high in goals this year. He's as intelligent as any player right now in the league.
The newest face in town for the Red Bulls is German keeper Frank Rost. What can we expect out of him?
Well, for New York, they're expecting to get a player that has been one of the better goalkeepers of his generation in the German Bundesliga. They spent DP money on him. New York is hoping the 4th time is the charm. He's a 4th goalkeeper this year for New York.